if I just ignore it, it will all go away. There are people out there who believe if they just put their head in the sand, everything will be fine. Their mantra is, if I just ignore it, it will all go away. All childishness aside, it reveals a lot about who they are as people. Oftentimes, they present the outward appearance of being confident, but inside, well, they quiver with fear at the idea of even the slightest change that might blow into their world. This goes much deeper than just not sweating the small stuff. They latch onto this outlook to conveniently shield themselves from having to deal with anything they don't want to. I remember one person who held this point of view. He would actually brag about it, and when faced with having to deal with something he didn't want to, he would physically run away. Now, in certain situations, some people might be able to get away with this. But in this case, this guy was a business owner. In fact, he had given himself the title of CEO, which, as we all know, stands for Chief Executive Officer. With this title, he was the one responsible for making managerial decisions. One day, a key employee quit. And even though he was the CEO and needed to deal with this critical issue, he ignored it. I remember he made the comment, "These things have a way of just working out." He didn't post any help wanted ads. He didn't talk to anyone in the industry to see if they knew of anyone he could hire. He didn't do anything. I remember seeing one of his employees asking him what he was going to do about the situation. Everyone knew that, without filling the key employee's position, the business would slowly grind to a halt. But when asked, the CEO just walked away. Couldn't believe my eyes. I don't mean he answered and then walked away. I mean, he literally just walked away from the employee without even acknowledging the question. When I realized what he'd done, I almost burst out laughing in disbelief. I guess it was something he didn't want to deal with. And the business suffered, losing a couple of key accounts in the process. Rather than deal with the issue at hand, he put his head in the sand, and it cost him dearly in the long run. But a lot of people operate like this when it comes to learning to trade. They figure if they just ignore the learning process, it will all work out okay. Rather than engaging and developing the abilities needed to trade properly, they jump into the market. And it ends badly, just like the business owner I ran into. There is a better way, though. It involves a shortcut and changing how you look at the process. When it comes to trading, most people think they have to learn on their own. But this means you're alone at sea, battling the waves of the market without any form of help. Instead, what you can do is take up the position as the CEO of your life and get someone to do this for you. Just like the CEO or owner of a business, you don't actually have to do all the work yourself. You can deal with the issue by having someone else do it for you. By doing this, you can enjoy the benefits of someone else's trading abilities as you learn. And this is what our members inside the Empirical Collective have done. They've decided to leverage our experience and 94% trade win average in order to experience those benefits. So if you're ready to put this issue to bed once and for all, you can become a member of the high society inside the Empirical Collective by clicking the link below, theempiricalcollective.com. But if you'd rather ignore it all, it's your decision to make. Wishing you all the best, this is your Minister of Capitalism, Brett Davison.